had a request for another fan blade project, so let's make this one look like a snowman. I'm going to start by using this plaster color chalk paint to paint the bottom part of the front side and then the entire back side of the fan blade. Then I'm going to take this ink chalk paint and paint the top of the fan blade where his hat is going to go. And here I'm also going to paint this section of a paint stick that I cut to use as the brim of his hat. Now to give his hat a little texture, I'm going to take this piece of tinfoil, crumple it up, and then flatten it out and apply it to the top with some Mod Podge. And then I'm going to take my mini sander and go around the edges to remove the excess. Once I get all the extra off, I'm going to go back over it with some more of that ink chalk paint. And then to give the bottom part of the blade some texture, I'm going to use the same method to apply some tissue paper. Once that is applied and the excess removed, I'm going to go over it with another coat of the plaster color chalk paint. And then I'm going to use what's on my brush to kind of dry brush on some for the hat and the brim. And then use my mini sander to just distress it and scuff it up a bit. Then I'm going to take my Distress ink by Tim Holtz in the color Black Soot and go around the edges of that bottom part to define my snowman edges. And now I can glue on that hat brim and get to work making the face. I'm going to cut a triangle out of cardboard, peel the top off, and then paint that with an orange paint. And then I'm going to put a layer of antique wax over that to tone it down just a little bit. And now it's time to draw the face. So I'm going to draw a couple of ovals for eyes, put my nose on so I know where it's going to be, and then draw a few circles for the mouth. I'm going to glue my nose on, and then I'm going to use that ink chalk paint to go ahead and fill in those eyes. Then I'm going to dip the end of this Sharpie in that ink paint to make the little circles for the mouth and add a little highlight to the eyes. I have this blue and white plaid fabric that I'm going to use for the scarf so that I can continue to use it all winter long. I'm just going to wrap that around, tie it in a knot, trim the ends, and add a little fringe. And then I'm going to get to work on the hat. I have these little snowy trees I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to lay them down first. And then I have some different pieces of greenery that I'm going to glue down right here. I'm going to add a holly leaf to the back side. And then some white berries at the top. I have a couple small pine cones that I'm using to add on here. And then I'm also going to add some greenery and some berries to the bottom at the scarf, and a little pine cone too. Then I have a few more pieces of greenery that I'm going to add to the top just to try to fill it in and round it out. And then I have a couple of these foam snowflakes that I got from a little pack at Hobby Lobby. I added them on. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. Let me know what y'all think when you see the finished product. And then here I'm just adding some thicker globs of that plaster paint so that it looks like snow. Then I'm going to stamp this little craft tag to put on my scarf. It says Burr. I'm tearing the edges, distressing it with some ink, and then I'm going to dry brush on a little of that chalk paint so that it looks like snow and glue it down to the embellishments on my scarf. And here's the finished product. I think he's pretty handsome. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you could give it some love and share it around, that would help me out so much. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that your holiday season is blessed as well.